If I'm at 0 miles an hour and she's at 0 miles an hour, well, if I'm faster than her, I'm gonna score. But if she's faster or stronger than me, I'm not gonna score. That's why so many of you go to these AAU tournaments and you win by 100 points, and then you turn right over the next game and you lose by 100 points. You beat people that you're better than, and people that are better than you beat you. Just because somebody's better than you doesn't mean you can't beat them. Fundamental. What you want to do is you want to have an aggressive catch. If I want to shoot a three, I can't stand on the three-point line. I want to be back, hands ready, and I attack the pass. I'm back, I'm ready, I attack the pass. I shorten the pass. Don't talk to me. If I'm down here and I'm coming off a screen, here I come. I don't let the ball come to me and shoot from here. I got defense on my backside. I'd come around, shut that door. I'd come around, as you can see, I catch here, and I push into my shot. Does that make sense? An aggressive catch. One that's going to create space. But two, that gives you a head start if somebody stops your shot and you got to drive. Do you guys know what I mean by 0 miles an hour? If I'm standing here, I'm going 0 miles an hour. If I stop at a stop sign, I'm stopped. I'm at 0. But if I roll the stop, I'm going like 1 or 2 miles an hour. Nobody here drives, right? A little bit. So just think, when you roll a stop, how much faster you can get started. When you attack your pass, you're not completely stopped. Who here has ever raced somebody? Running race. Have you ever raced somebody that kept trying to cheat? And they'd be like, on your marks, get set. They'd go like this. And you're like, hey, what are you doing? You're cheating. Mark, get set. And they're like, now they're leaning into it. They're getting a head start. When I attack the pass, see how I'm getting a head start? So if somebody comes out to guard me and they're bigger than me, they're stronger than me, they're faster than me, they're better than me, I'm still gonna beat them. I don't have to be better than you to beat you. I have to be more fundamentally sound, more disciplined, more rehearsed. So what we're working on is 2 dribbles. Because again, if I'm playing that player that I can stand here 0 miles an hour and just go by them, well sure I can take 1 dribble. And even if they're still in my hip, I just jump over them because I'm bigger than them and stronger than them, better than them. I don't need to create space. But once you play that opponent, you need to separate with 2 dribbles. So I'm coming in, I gotta cover ground 1, 2, and then hit my shot. Pick and roll. Never come off a pick and roll 1 dribble. You're not creating enough space. Anytime you come off a pick and roll, you gotta come off 2 dribbles and do what's called a 2-dribble drag. Jeez, I gotta warm up. So, that's what you're on, that one. You're working on 2 dribbles. You're working on going as far as you can. Either 2 dribbles left, 2 dribbles right, or 2 dribbles down the middle. Pull-up jump shots. Does that make sense? 2 dribbles. If you're on the reverse layup stations, we're going to set up cones. We're going to show you what to do. Make sense? Line back up in your group. And they double team. Actually, double team is not even enough. They got a triple team to stop that guy. He's an animal. So they triple team him, and he kicks it out to me. But they know I can shoot. So they're flying at me, and they stop. And I pump. I'm going to take my 2 escape dribbles, right, to create space. 1, 2. So you see, this is where my second dribble is taking me. Does that make sense? One, 2. This is where my second dribble is taking me. This is not where my shot happens. 1, 2. I gotta keep covering ground. They're trailing me. 1, 2. I push away. cover ground and create space. Does that make sense? I'm in control. I have the ball. I know where I'm going. The defense does not. It's very important that I go far so that the defense has to go far. And I go far fast so the defense has to go far fast. So that way when I stop on a dime and shoot, they're still falling away from me. What you don't want to do is dribble and slow down into your shot. They're able to chase and slow down into their contest. You want to be picking up speed until the instant that you stop. Being a great jump shooter is not about being fast, it's about stopping fast, which is all footwork, which is what we're working on. What matters, I want to cover a ton of ground on my first dribble. I catch a pass right here, I don't right? They get a rebound. I'm running the lane. They throw me out of that. I need the pass. Coming across. 1, 2. From half court. You don't need a lot of dribbles. Now, how often are you really going to take one dribble from half court? I don't know. Maybe all the time. But the same exact move where you're covering as much ground, you're being as explosive you can at this point of contact. Boom, we push it out. That's exactly what we need. Penetrate. Okay. Come on, push. Finish. Make sense? So you gotta cover ground. If you're shooting, you're covering ground on the first dribble. Boom, 1, 2. And after the last dribble. So you can get away from the defense. Right? If you were just shooting 2 dribble pull-ups, you're coming to reverse layups. But be very conscientious if you have developed the habit of doing as little as you possibly can. Be very careful that you're not the type of person who does the least amount possible. Just because this cone is 1 inch off the ground doesn't mean you're supposed to jump 1 inch and 1 millimeter. If I put this table over here, you should jump over the table. But the table's not there. The cones are there. But you're supposed to jump over the cones. If I put a piece of paper there, would you jump a little lower? No, you do the best you can. Do not do the least amount possible. Someday that will not be enough. Someday you're going to be in a situation where you give every little single thing you got and that still won't be enough. And we're going to have to test your resolve to see if you're willing to get back up to the plate and try again, despite trying your hardest and failing. Just give it everything you got. Jump over like you're in the Matrix. Over, 1, 2, and finish. Bad, terrible habits. And they try like crazy. They get hypnotized. They get shocked. They get psychiatry. They get laser. They get all kinds. They get special gum. They get patches to try and break a terrible bad habit, but it's a habit. So imagine what will happen when you develop a good habit that you don't want to break. It won't go away. It'll make you stand out in a crowd. You'll see this week we're all going to grow together. Everybody's shot's going to be better. Everybody's confidence is going to be better. everybody's handle is going to be better, everybody's layups are going to be better, everybody here is going to get better, period. But a rising tide raises all ships. You'll notice how much better you got when you go back into your normal environment and you're running circles around people that used to kick your butt. 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. I'd be looking for leadership over here to get some shots up from the left. But every single guy, right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand. Ryan Weir, right hand, trip to the right hand, right hand, right hand, right hand. And all the while, I got Mr. Nate Wallace, my main man, who probably needs to practice some lefty shots. Probably needs to practice coming down the middle a little. He's a middle tunnel player. But the leadership at this basket just keeps going to the right, because that's what's comfortable. Aiden is guarding me. Say you're at the basket. You're at the basket. And let's say he's a good help defender, and the ball was over there. Now, if the ball was over there, and Aiden's guarding me, he's actually in the right place. Did you know that? And as the ball would travel over to me, he needs to move while the ball's in the air and be there on the catch. Now, if I was going to drive by him, I wouldn't want to drive this way. I don't want a banana drive. Again, if I'm playing some stinky AAU team, I can do whatever the heck I want to do. Right? They're not even going to come out and guard you. They're just going to let you shoot. Because 99% of the teams, that's good strategy.
Hope we get the exposure.
I'm going to make a 2-dribble drive here. I'm pumped, and I'm going to go by him body to body. Whoa, 1, 2. Does that make sense? Now, if I'm coming off a pick and roll, trip, Aiden, you're on my team. We're gonna play these 2 runs. Trig's guarding me, Trip's guarding Aiden. Aiden comes to set a pick. On him, he wouldn't pick me. He sets the pick, and then he rolls. Well, if I try and pass it, look how crowded this is. Right? Even if it gets to Aiden, it's not gonna be a crisp pass. So what I gotta do, and believe me, if Aiden's open off 1 dribble, we'll be open off 2. Trust me. Let it open up. He sets his pick, I explode 1, 2. Oh, make a pass. You like that, Trip? Oh yeah, baby. I gotta drag the play out. If Trip doesn't keep coming, I can turn the corner, 1, 2, reverse layup. Aiden. Oh, wow. Triple drag. So if you're going lateral off a pick and roll, that's why. But if you're catching that 1, you don't want a banana drive. You want to make a lot of contact, even if the person's bigger and stronger than you, especially if they're bigger and stronger than you. If I was going against Trip, he's big, he's strong. I don't want to get in a strength contest with Trip. I don't want him pushing on me or chasing me down to block my shot at full strength. So what I got to do when I drive by him is I got to try and knock him off balance with a very aggressive body-to-body drive. Does that make sense? If I can get my body on him, he might not be able to contest my shot. Make sense?